Cover has been successful in protecting their stock price after initially falling over 4% the morning after their report was released. And while they were successful in protecting that stock price, there are still major problems that remain. If we take a look at the numbers here on screen, the numbers show the difference between what's required to meet expectations versus what the company expects from their performance. And while Cover should be able to hit their first half guidance, at least on the revenue side, they have yet to address their inflated spending, which will cause them to fall short on their forecasted earnings per share. With a critical eye, Hololive blamed the increased spending on increases to content production, costs related to studio use, and the increase in live concerts. But on the Q1 segment, this does not reflect the claim. The largest spending facets with this metric reports are the VTuber pay, followed by the manufacturing costs of merchandise, and then their catch-all other costs of sales, which they use mainly to address their studio use. Event-related costs barely makes a mark for this first quarter. On the SG&A side, the largest segment is once again related to salaries paid to personnel. This is followed by warehouse and outsourcing expenses, which carry a consistent bulk of the spending, followed by their catch-all category of other SG&A expenses. Hololive explains this level of spending as increased in personnel costs, software licensing, and overseas branch expenses. One of their main challenges continues to be the expenses to overseas customers. Cover is betting big on reorganizing their logistics using Transcosmos and has continued efforts in the US to establish a merchandise production and distribution conduit for major overseas consumption. US fans currently make up 22.68% of merchandise sold, according to the most current data. That number could be way higher if Cover eliminates key expenses that often fall upon the customer to pay. Until then, while overseas fans remain a critical point of income, it's capped by these tariffs, duties, and taxes that the fans ultimately have to pay. Hey guys, a quick update as to why this has been released so late. First, my internet service provider had trouble after some bad weather had come through the area, and apparently there was some damage in my area due to a tornado that the damage had to be repaired or rerouted or something to that effect. So that took a while for them to take care of. Also, I had been reworking a lot of the stuff that I had originally planned out for release after reading through the over 200 different questions that were asked during the shareholder Q&A. There's a lot of very insightful questions and answers in there, and a lot of jaw-dropping and eye-popping answers that were given that we cannot sit on. So what I intend on doing is I intend on jumping straight into some of those Q&As that were asked, and then we'll be referencing back to the Q1 report as those things come up. That way we will be using the most current and fresh data in order to talk about what was said during that Q&A. So please stay tuned to that. Thank you so much for your patience. Until then, guys, this is Marko Yamashita signing off. Peace.